The devil's ritual sacrifices. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Most of us have heard about the Epstein files. What happened on the island, okay? It's all over TikTok. And here is a list of the names. As you can see, some of your most celebrated actors, entertainers, all right, frequently visited the island, Epstein Island, where they made sacrifices to Baal and Moloch to gain power in the earth, because they are the wicked, all right, the children of Edom.
Of ancient belief, because he represents an absolute obedience that Moloch is one of the most harrowing figures in the history of ancient belief, because he represents an absolute obedience that negates human conscience. Originating from the ancient Levant, Canaan, and its surroundings, Moloch is frequently associated with the ritual sacrifice of children by fire. Hebrew sources, including the texts of the Old Testament, explicitly condemn the practice of passing children through the fire as a form of worship to Moloch, a condemnation that indicates the practice was once a known and stark reality. Theologically, Moloch was not a god who offered personal blessings or salvation. He was a symbol of divine power that demanded the highest possible price. In many scholarly interpretations, Moloch is not just an individual figure, but a ritual system where social stability, harvests, or military victories were redeemed with the lives of the next generation. Fire became the medium because it was viewed as both a purifier and a destroyer, transforming the victim into a total offering. What makes Moloch so terrifying is not just the violence, but the logic behind it. Parents did not offer their children out of hatred, but out of faith. In this framework, familial love was sacrificed for the sake of a greater cosmic order. This created an extreme moral conflict, when religion demands something that contradicts the most basic human instincts. In modern discourse, Moloch is often used as a metaphor for any system, political, economic, or ideological, that continues to function by sacrificing faceless human beings. That is the deepest legacy of Moloch. He is not just an ancient god of fire, but an eternal warning of what happens when obedience is placed higher than humanity. Lamashtu. Lamashtu is a deeply unsettling figure in Mesopotamian cosmology.
All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. So for all you all out there, now you know. Now you know it's been revealed. The devil has been revealed in the earth. The devil has been revealed, okay? And it is none other than the so-called white man, like we told you, okay? All right? All right, we have the so-called people of Israel, all right? We have Hollywood being a sacrificial temple for Hollywood celebs. Now you know that every last one of these Hollywood celebrities that are making millions of dollars has sacrificed themselves to Satan. All right, by following the so-called small hat people over there in Israel that worship Moloch. Okay, all right. That's the reason why they wear black. They worship Saturn as well. But now you know the Epstein files have come out, revealing the names on it and the things that they did. All right. They claim to be the holy people of the Bible. All right, and we told you, you Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics, that they was the devil. We told you, all of them. All these white people are descended from Esau, Edom. All right, okay. They brought Freemasonry and basically the Chaldean magic. All right, from the Canaanites here to America from the very beginning. All right, and they set this temple up, Hollywood Temple. All right, to make their sacrifices. They use the television programming in which they own. Yes, the so-called small hats own the networks in order to program your mind. All right, programming. All right, network programming. See how that work? Television. All right, to implant you with these rituals that they commit in order to gain power. All right. All right. Let's, I guess I'll read this scripture here. Yahushua rejected the advances of Satan. He rejected the advances of Satan. So let me see, can I find the scripture that he did this real quick. So we told you that they was the devil. We got Barack Obama, all the celebrities, Bill Clinton, all of them, all these so-called white people that lead this country are nothing but a bunch of freaks, homosexuals, and pedos. Okay, they sacrifice children. They follow Satan. All right, sacrificial rituals. They're eating people, eating children to gain power. Okay. All right, let's read this scripture here at Matthew, I think it's chapter 4, where Satan came to him. All right. Okay. All right, Matthew 4, verses, we'll start at 5. Matthew chapter 4, verses 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple. He take Yahushua, right? And saith unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Yahushua said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. Again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world. And this was what was given to Esau, Edom, okay? All right, through their conquering and conquest after the Renaissance period, they were able to take down the children of Israel that were in Europe and in the Americas. And they gained dominion in the earth. Verse 8, Again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Yahushua unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy power. That is Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, okay? You have to worship Yahweh, and him only shalt thou serve, okay? Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. But these so-called small hats, they embrace Satan, all right? And their whole ideal is to worship Moloch and to do these rituals in order to gain power, okay? But the Lord has revealed all to us during our time, okay? Through the men of the Lord, through the prophets, all right? And the scriptures say that there be nothing hidden that won't come to light. And it has come to light. The Epstein files have come forth. So now what do you have to say against the Hebrew Israelites who told you that they was the devil? And the Lord is not dealing with them, all right? They're going to be destroyed. Now do you see why the Lord has to burn them and get rid of them off of the earth, all right? These so-called white people. Now do you see? Can you see now? All right? All right? They're eating people, sacrificing. All of this is coming to power. The elites, the so-called best of them are involved in these things. All right? All right? Let me see. Let's go to, let's see what we got. I think it's in Habakkuk. All right. Habakkuk 2 and verses 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. That's what they do when they have people sign up these contracts in Hollywood. Okay, they tell them, look, hey, you're gonna have to do some wickedness in order to get this money. All right, and they have to become homosexuals or drink blood or do some crazy shit in order to gain that millions of dollars, right? But the Lord has exposed them by way of the prophets and these truthers out here. Okay, their own people are turning them in. Okay, Habakkuk 2 and verse 16. So now what do you got to say? The white man is surely the devil. All right, they rule the world. The power has been given to the wicked, in the hand of the wicked, just like we told you. All right, Habakkuk 2 verses 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. What do they have? They got shame for glory. This nation, these people, their rulers, all right, the top people are nothing but homosexuals, freaks, and devils. All the way, all of their presidents were Freemasons. They were all involved in this Moloch worship, all right, the worship of Baal, all right. Is anybody getting prosecuted? No. Is anybody going to jail? No. Okay, you have to understand, all right. Habakkuk 2 verse 16. Thou art filled with shameful glory, all right, this nation, okay. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on their glory. That's where we are now. These devils ain't nothing but a shame. They brought shame to their own nation. The Lord is going to destroy them, all right? You see why they have to be destroyed now. They ain't nothing but a bunch of freaks, all right? They baby murdering homosexuals, all right? So you see it yourself. It's all over TikTok. It's all over the television that, you know, that the Epstein files have come forth. And we see all the wickedness that these devils have brought forth in the earth, okay? It has been uncovered, all right? So I thought I'd bring that out. So turn to the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And just like we read in Job 9 and 24, I'll part with that one. Job 9 and 24. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. All right. That's these so-called white people, the elite of them, the Luciferian, all right, people, the priests on the left-hand side of wickedness. Okay, on the left-hand side of wickedness of Satan, all right? They can practice rituals, all right, behind closed doors, and now it's coming to light. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, Job 9:24. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Shalom.
Information that the world is ran by a group of cannibalistic, murderous pedophiles. From politics to entertainment, they're all the same. And yet, I still have to clock into my fuck-ass job with that information. Like, are we just supposed to go about our normal lives with all of this information in mind now? And I've seen a number of people on here lamenting the fact that they're powerless to do anything, but like, before we get defeatist, can we try anything? And I kind of just feel like laughing, not because any of this is funny, but what the fuck, dude? And like, I have to worry about some fuck-ass job? We all just got confirmation that the world... And yeah, we all just got confirmation that the world is ran by a group of cannibalistic, murderous pedophiles. From politics to entertainment, they're all the same. And yeah, I still have to clock into my fuck-ass job with that information. Like, are we just supposed to go about our normal lives with all of this information in mind now? And I've seen a number of people on here lamenting the fact that they're powerless to do anything, but like, before we get defeatist, can we try anything? And I kind of just feel like laughing, not because any of this is funny, but what the fuck, dude? And like, I have to worry about some fuck-ass job? We all just got confirmation that...
Files. Content warning. The harvesting of Mormon blood is some sort of weekly Day 3 overview of everything I found in the Epstein files. Content warning. The harvesting of Mormon blood is some sort of weekly payment system for select breeders, creation of transhuman sex slaves by biologically turning men into women and women into men through hormonal and biological intervention, using different formulas across the gender spectrum in order to cater to different tastes and sexual appetites. The apparent war between Jews and non-Jews that apparently the Jews are currently winning. The identity of codename Mr. Evil, who is allegedly Ehud Barak, the former Prime Minister of Israel. Epstein meeting with Netanyahu. Details about the debaucherous sex parties, including individuals having their backs and legs cut open and then performing sex, while others eat intestines and cannibalize children. At these events, the names dropped were George Soros, H.W. Bush, and Henry Kissinger. The dressing up of young children into different Disney characters and then being sold to specific clients. William Barr, ex-attorney U.S. General, apparently frequenting these sex parties where Epstein would abduct and then sexually abuse victims. Disclosure that quantum computing technology is 3 billion times better than their Illuminati magic in a very heated email exchange between two individuals. An odd email chain where Mary Kennedy was found dead in her backyard, where Epstein replied, "Whoops." A person named Pizza Monster with frequent references to how much he loved the taste of pizza and just craved pizza. This figure is currently unidentified. Trafficking of young homeless people, turning them into extreme sexual deviants through consistent ritualistic and sexual abuse, and later pawning them off, putting them into certain positions of influence, power, or work is heavily implied. Jeffrey Epstein's connection to the Rothschilds being paid to the tune of $25 million. And last but not least, Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's father, apparently turning on Mossad, demanding hundreds of millions of dollars because he has so much control over the United States, naming himself Israel's unofficial ambassador to the Soviet bloc. And then, as a surprise to nobody, he was found dead. Honorable mentions are possible time travel, transhumanism experiments, and the bloodline of the literal Illuminati being listed out. But all three of those need to be deeper looked into because they have almost no evidence surrounding them that I've found yet. The next video, I'm going to be cross-referencing a lot of the stuff that I'm finding with other sources to try to pin down which of this stuff is more true, and follow to keep up as I continue to dig through these files. Day 3 overview of everything I found in the Epstein files.